सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Saraswati request you to declare the convocation open.
I declare convocation open.
Convocation, Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, Chairman ISRO and Chairman Space Commission, our Chancellor, Shri Kumar Mangalam Birla, members of the Senate, faculty and staff of Hyderabad campus, winners of the Distinguished Alumnus Awards 2014, graduating class of 2014, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It is a special honor for us to have Dr. Radhakrishnan as a chief guest for our convocation in Hyderabad. We are deeply indebted to you, sir, for accepting our invitation to be chief guest at this occasion. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all to this happy occasion and to highlight the achievements of BITS Pilani and its 4 campuses taken together. The report also brings out its future plans and the challenges BITS Pilani faces going forward. Professor V.S. Rao, Director of the Hyderabad campus, will present a report that is specific to the Hyderabad campus. As you are aware, BITS Pilani offers undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs in science, engineering, pharmacy, management, and social sciences to over 11,500 students from its 4 campuses in Pilani, Goa, Hyderabad, and Dubai. While today, students in the undergraduate programs account for nearly 88% of the student body, we expect the share of postgraduate and PhD students to grow from the current 12% to 22% by the year 2020. This change reflects our growing emphasis on pursuing the agenda for research that aims to grow the number of PhD students from the current figure of 732 to 1,600 by the year 2020. We are also aware that Pilani was in 2005 the first institution in India to conduct BITSAT, the online examination for undergraduate positions. This summer, nearly 160,000 students took the examination seeking admission to about 2,200 seats in 3 campuses in India. The exam, spread over 21 days, was conducted at 49 centers, including, for the first time, the ones in Srinagar and Lebanon. This reflects our commitment to using technology to ensure the admission process is fair, transparent, and environment-friendly. You would be pleased to note that during the academic year 2013-14, 3,310 students have graduated from BITS Pilani with an undergraduate or postgraduate degree. Of these, 559 will receive 2 degrees under the dual degree program. An additional 58 students have graduated this year with a PhD. By year 2020, the number of students completing an undergraduate or postgraduate degree is expected to surpass 3,800, and those graduating with a PhD should exceed 200. You're aware of BITS Pilani's pioneering role in offering undergraduate postgraduate programs to over 20,000 industry professionals. This year, 4,800 industry professionals will graduate with a formal degree. They will have, thereby, upgraded their skills to keep up with the fast-changing world. Going forward, we expect the enrollment to exceed 35,000 by the year 2020. Invariably and justifiably, BITS Pilani is ranked amongst the top 6 to 8 publicly or privately funded engineering institutions in India. Amongst universities, however, our ranking has steadily improved from 21 in 2010 to 13 today. International ranking agency QS has ranked BITS Pilani at 90 amongst all universities in the 5 BRICS countries, and 14 within India. While that may not bring accolades to us, BITS Pilani ranks high on citations for paper and reputation amongst employers together with the IITs. Going forward, we aspire to be listed as one of India's top 3 research-focused technical institutes by academic year 2015-16 and be counted by 2020-21 amongst the leading 25 technical universities in Asia. While that may seem like a tall order, we have begun to work on a new set of big-ticket imperatives under Project Mission 2015 that will together enable our faculty and students to excel in teaching, research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and industry engagement. I will outline some of the projects we have completed last year. Later, I will mention imperatives that we have begun to focus since last year. 1. Our aggressive plan to recruit research-focused faculty continues to gain traction. In the last 3 years, we have made 325 offers to new faculty from a pool of 27,000 applicants. I'm glad to share that 75% of the offers we make are accepted. What is more, a significant number of them have doctoral or postdoctoral experience from the very best universities in India or abroad. Our PhD program and sponsored research projects are feeding into each other's growth. While the number of PhD students has grown from 417 to 732 during the years 2010 to 2014, the number of sponsored R&D projects approved last year has grown from 41 to 85, and they're worth from rupees 6.5 crore rupees to almost 16 crores in the corresponding period. Our plans to upgrade the physical infrastructure are beginning to take shape across all our 3 Indian campuses. Project Parivartan and Pilani campus envisages very significant investments to expand or renovate housing for students and faculty and other academic areas. Whereas similar projects for expanding the capacity in Hyderabad and Goa campuses are on the anvil, they are stuck due to delays in obtaining environmental permits. In May this year, we launched a new Center for Research Excellence in Water, Waste and Energy Management with projected investments of rupees 12 crores over the next 6 years. The virtual center has brought together faculty and students from across our 4 campuses and from different disciplines to collaborate and develop real solutions to real problems in areas of water, waste, and energy management. To give impetus to interdisciplinary research, we hope to shortly launch another center for research in infectious diseases. Over the last 2 years, we established business incubators in Hyderabad campus with investments by DST and Bitcoin to house 14 companies in areas of health sciences and information technology. The 11 companies incubated on the Hyderabad campus have involved 8 faculty members and have already raised rupees 1.35 crores from angel investors. One of the startups uses technology for testing antibiotic sensitivity of pathogens developed by and transferred by Bitcoin. Similarly, with support from the Department of Information Technology, an incubator has been established in Goa, while one in Iran has been built. With a view to improve quality of education and address concerns for faculty shortages, we have offered two courses on experimental basis as MOOCs, or Massive Open Online Courses. Given the positive feedback from students and instructors, we have decided to offer many more MOOC courses to students enrolled in our on-campus and off-campus programs. And to do so, we have entered into an agreement with edX, a joint venture of Harvard University and MIT, as a contributing donor. Going forward, we are convinced that courses offered to one's own students using this methodology, but blended with instructor-led sessions, will address the fundamental constraints we face in India, which is shortage of good quality faculty in universities, polytechnics, and I dare say ITIs. I will now turn my attention to the 7 imperatives that we have taken up as part of Mission 2015. I will, however, speak about 2 of them, which to my mind are game changers. The other imperatives, the other 5 imperatives are faculty and staff development, industry engagement, innovation and entrepreneurship, internationalization, and interdisciplinary research. The 2 that I will speak about are, first, technology enablement. Technology enablement is a game changer for us. Other than experiencing year-on-year increase in students taking online BITSAT examination, we are reaping rich dividends in the form of conserving faculty time, high-definition video conferencing, and classroom facilities we have established in our Indian campuses. Now that the full-scale implementation of ERP is nearing completion, we can see how ERP will impact transparency and speed in the way we do things. Going forward, we are on track to completely automate the process of recording and analyzing attendance in classes. For a country with a growing economy and growing aspirations, technology has to be at the core of expanding opportunity for improving quality. BITS aspires to be a leader in this area. Quality assessment and assurance should be and is central to what we do as an institution engaged in teaching and research. To do so, we are insisting that we collect and analyze feedback from students, faculty, and employers. And to do so, we are putting in place a data analytics office which will produce reports periodically or on demand for the leadership to review. We are proposing to similarly track quality of research publications as reflected by the journals where papers are published and the number of citations for each paper. I must pause here and speak about the challenges that limits the growth of universities, particularly those that are independent and not publicly funded. While there are many challenges, I will focus only on 2 of them and suggest measures that the government may take in order to address these challenges. As a country that dreams of double-digit economic growth, we will need to grow the enrollment in universities to more than 50 million students from the current enrollment of 26 million. This is no trivial task. If it costs rupees 5 lakhs to create capacity for one single seat in a higher educational institution, the investment required for the anticipated growth will be over rupees 12 lakh crores. And another rupees 10 lakh crores will be required to upgrade existing universities and colleges. That's 22 trillion rupees. The central question, therefore, is how should we create high-quality institutions of higher learning in India, but do so at a scale that satisfies both the aspirations of the next generation as well as the needs of the economy. Independent, privately funded universities are an important part of the solution. Already they play an important role, given that 64% of the institutions of higher learning in India are not publicly funded, and yet they enroll 59% of our students. Among these, many together with BITS stand out for the quality of education, especially in fields such as engineering, management, and medicine. Even as we speak, many universities such as the Ashoka University, Azim Premji universities are being established with private funding. Going forward, large-scale participation by the private sector in higher education can and will become significant if and only if, and I repeat, if and only if the government proactively encourages, facilitates, and incentivizes independent initiatives. Some of the required steps are clear. Clear procedures for land acquisition and for environmental clearances will hasten the time required for establishing a new university. A proactive stance of regulators such as UGC or AICTE will allow development of innovative programs. We additionally propose 2 major steps to empower private universities to increase capacity while boosting the quality so that they will be listed amongst the very best in the world. The first proposal is to boost funding for research in universities. Constant engagement with research is a key reason why faculty members at IITs, ISC, and BITS are able to deliver high-quality education. However, research output of most private universities is poor because of the enormous expense associated with establishing, maintaining, or upgrading laboratories that support postgraduate education. Investment in these facilities is difficult to recover, especially since students in master's and PhD programs rarely pay tuition fees. While the central government may have funds to create or rebuild government research labs, funding agencies have limited funds to disburse, or they simply discriminate against private universities by insisting that they raise for 50% of the required funds. Even when funding agencies grant research contracts to both publicly and privately funded universities on a competitive basis, some agencies have ruled that overheads for day paper expenses and electricity will no longer be provided to private universities. In contrast to the Indian situation, top private universities in the US, such as MIT and Stanford University, have become research powerhouses by accessing public funds disbursed by the National Science Foundation or the National Institutes of Health in the US. By offering equal access to public funds for research, the government will significantly boost quality education. By offering equal access to public funds for research, the government will significantly boost quality education and innovation at independent private universities. The second proposal is for the government, both central and state, to offer a large number of scholarships which students can take to any public or private universities. At many private universities, philanthropy supports the creation of new facilities and other one-time expenditures, but rarely pays for recurring expenditures. Tuition fees from students sustain year-on-year operations. In contrast, government institutions charge no fees precisely because they receive annual maintenance credit from the public exchequer. This seriously disrupts the level playing field between publicly funded and privately funded institutions. Instead of directly supporting public universities, the government should consider financing students who study there but pay tuition fees with scholarships. Thereby, students can choose the college that best fits their educational needs and interests, regardless of whether they are public. Where access and affordability of higher education is limited at this time, we believe that partnership between private initiative and government support suggested above can go a long way in satisfying student aspirations and building India's green capital. Before I close, I would like my faculty and staff to join me in congratulating all our students who will be graduating today from Hyderabad campus. To all these graduating today, to all those graduating today, I hope you will use your knowledge and experience fruitfully to serve the people of this country and those elsewhere. I wish you all the very best in your lives, both professional and personal. And as you move forward in your life, do reflect about the many contributions that your families, your teachers, and your communities have made to your lives. Do remain connected with your alma mater and visit us whenever you wish to relive some of those precious moments in this moment. Congratulations once again. Dr. Radhakrishnan, thank you once again for agreeing to be with us at this very joyous moment. My faculty, staff, and students are eagerly waiting to hear your convocation address. I would like to thank our Chancellor, Shri Kumar, and members of the Board of Governors for the unflinching support to this movement. Last but not the least, I want to thank my faculty and staff in Hyderabad and elsewhere for their commitment to excel in every aspect of teaching and research. Their continued effort helps Tirunelveli retain its position as a top destination for students, faculty, and recruiters. Thank you for your attention.
Our distinguished guest for today, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Vice Chancellor Professor Jain, Director of the Hyderabad campus Professor Rao, Vizians, parents, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and privilege to have with us Dr. K. Radhakrishnan as our chief guest today. Dr. Radhakrishnan is an exceptional technocrat, a dynamic institution builder with a strategic vision, and an outstanding administrator. As Chief of India's Space Program, Dr. Radhakrishnan has led ISRO's push into new directions such as developing space applications for societal services and national imperatives, creating space assets for communication, remote sensing and navigation, enhancing indigenous capability and capacity for space transportation systems, and developing low-cost access to space. He played a key role in the development of GSLV Mark III, ISRO's next generation launch vehicle. He is also engaged in initiatives to develop India's aerospace industry and in encouraging academia to engage in frontline research activities in both space, science and technology. Above all, he has contributed greatly to nurturing leadership skills in the younger generation. My heartiest congratulations to all of you graduating in the BITS class of 2014. I am sure that the memories and emotions of this Convocation Day will remain etched in your mind for long. My experience tells me that the feelings tend to be undoubtedly mixed. There is a sense of achievement, of having made it through a long and grueling academic steeplechase. There is the sense of heaviness tinged with apprehension as you say goodbye to friends and as you depart from the relatively cloistered cocoon that is academia. The transition that all of you are about to make is beautifully described by the title of a song by the legendary singer of the 1960s and 1970s, John Denver. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. On a day like this, I cannot but reinforce what I have said on many such occasions before. It is a brave new world out there, the one that you are stepping into. It is full of opportunities, full of challenges. It is also intensely competitive. And above all, if there is one unifying theme that straddles every facet of our world, it is the reality of unrelenting change that only accelerates over time. Just to get a sense of the changes that have been happening in our times, as recently as 10 years ago, as you would know, broadband was a relative novelty. Today, the rate of growth of broadband capacity and speed, as no one will know better than you, is accelerating, affecting the very way we live, the way we work, the way we stay connected. Think of mobile telephony, video calls, Skype, WhatsApp, social networks. Think retailing, Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, local banking. For sure, traditional bricks and mortar retailing will have to learn how to cope if they are to survive. What of the internet, which will virtually connect all devices and enable them to speak to each other, so to speak? What of other fields, medicine, biotechnology, nanotechnology, materials, energy, transportation, education, healthcare, and the works? We can expect that there will be more sudden shifts and swings, sometimes completely out of the blue. Today, we are stepping into a world where change is the constant, where surprises, shocks, and volatility are the norm. Therefore, I think it appropriate to share with you some of my thoughts on how one can make sense of such a turbulent world and how you can respond, stay relevant, and harness the forces of change to your advantage. Let me first talk about making yourself change ready at a very personal level. Of course, technical skills are very necessary. These are your bedrock, and this is what you have acquired over the past 4 years. Keep advancing and sharpening your knowledge in these areas. Today, there are all too many options available to stay abreast of your core area of technical competence, including online education, meeting leading practitioners, and most of all, through applying your knowledge to real-world problems. But these technical skills are by themselves not enough. Your knowledge has to be placed in a much broader context, and it is in this broader context that you need to position your core technical expertise. For instance, up until the 1970s, to give the example of automobiles, automobile engineers would afford to be specialists. Then came legal issues related to safety. Then there was a focus on making cars more environment friendly, and as energy costs rose, there were fuel efficiency factors to consider. In the most recent years, more and more of electronics and computing are being packed into a car, from ignition control to steering and braking to GPS and entertainment systems. And now there are new materials, plastics, composites. the spectrum of technologies and disciplines, therefore needed to make a car is now much, much broader. This evolution demands that a narrow specialist becomes conversant with contiguous technologies. Success requires widening the sweep of your thinking and your perspective. In addition to perspective and mindset, let me mention a few personal habits and attributes that I believe impart the element of discipline and equip you well to come out on top in a world of change. One, respect the virtues of rigor. The sheer pace of today's life often tempts us to take shortcuts to become sloppy. Rigor and the ability to synthesize information is the essence of what BITS has taught you. Hold on to that. Two, always stated the magnificence and wonders of the wider world. Education is not just about the degree. Read, and read. Be eclectic in your interests. Travel, wander through a museum, listen to great music. Be amazed by the wonders of nature, by the extraordinary human accomplishments over the ages. 3. Fine-tune the art of listening. Listen to and pay close attention to people. That may sound simple and so obvious, but in our over-busy lives, with its many distractions, attention spans have shrunk markedly. Sharpen your ability to follow an argument, track logic and reasoning, detect illogic, listen to and feel the emotions that lie behind both logic and illogic. Empathize with the person who is feeling those emotions, listen to the people who oppose you, listen to the people who are your allies, listen to their feelings, the arguments, the ideas, the interconnections. 4. Live by the old age virtues of respect for others and humility. Arrogance blinds us to the way others see and relate to the world. Be honest enough to admit your mistakes, humble enough to work with people smarter and more competent than you are. And 5th, learn to work in teams. Today's organizations are all about teamwork. The complex world calls for a multidisciplinary approach. No one person knows it all. Most of the time, you will be working in teams and in projects. Working as a team member requires skills such as listening, selling your point of view, negotiating, and most importantly, making trade-offs. You just cannot function as a one-man band in such a new environment. No matter how broad the change or sweep, the sweep of change, there are some things in life that just don't change. And I'm talking here about personal values. Your values are the core principles that you live by, premised on your own individual beliefs and individual convictions. They serve as your life force, the North Star, the guiding leading. Sticking to your values may often mean giving up a quick gain or accepting a temporary setback. But it's worth losing a battle if it's going to help you win the war. Resist the temptation to circumvent your values. Shortcuts inevitably prove to be self-defeating. Achievements built on the quicksand of opportunism never last. Achievements built on values last for a lifetime. Let me leave you with one last piece of advice, if you will. Be yourself, as Steve Jobs said, and I quote, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life, unquote. Discover your inner voice, your passion, and follow it wherever it leads you. Don't get distracted by the naysayers who say that you run the risk of straying off the beaten path. A startling number of young, great achievers and heroes were early on, as you know, considered as misfits, crazy, or even eccentric. Today, above all, the message I want to leave is dream big and dream bold. Believe in the power of dreams. Today, what we achieve is limited only by the power of our imagination. Too many young people, I find, don't chase their dreams for fear of leaving their comfort zones. Tie your dream to a solid purpose. Don't make position, money, power, fame your only goals. Dream about making a tangible difference to society. It is that sense of a larger purpose that will drive you and make you reach out for your dreams.
Distinguished Chief Guest, Padma Bhushan Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, Chairman of Indian Space Research Organization, Chancellor Dr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, Vice Chancellor Professor B.N. Jain, and members of the Board of Governors, General Body, and the Senate, distinguished guests, BITS alumni, my colleagues from the three other campuses of BITS Pilani University, students, faculty and staff of Hyderabad campus, special invitees, members of the press, and most importantly, today's graduating students and their parents. A very warm welcome to you all on this momentous occasion, the third convocation of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It has been a memorable journey for the students, faculty, and all members of BITS family involved in building the campus. Today, we have 683 students to receive their degrees, 589 of them are receiving their first degree, 91 their higher degree, and 3 of them will receive their doctorate degrees. We will be awarding medals to 3 students for outstanding academic performance. Miss S.K. Harshita with a gold medal, Mr. Mayank Singh with a silver medal, Mr. Nishit Ketan with a bronze medal. Hearty congratulations to all the students who are graduating today and to their proud parents. A few words about this fourth campus of BITS Pilani. With a project outlay of 300 crores, this campus got completed in time, including a state-of-the-art auditorium, which was inaugurated yesterday by the Chancellor. This is accomplished mainly due to the support given by late Dr. K.K. Birla and the Chancellor Dr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, besides the cooperation of several government agencies. This auditorium, as I mentioned, is state-of-the-art auditorium, a dream project of Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla and a precious gift of Kumar Mangalam Birla to the Hyderabad campus. We are indeed grateful to you, sir. This has a capacity of 2,500 seats, very high end of audio and video, with 35,000 lumens, with a crystal projector and JBL sound system. It has got an expandable stage. In a way, it is pride of the owner and neighbors envy. I am told some of our students who are graduating really were feeling jealous of the present batch of students for missing this opportunity. And sir, I am really and highly indebted to the Birla family for giving me this opportunity to build this campus. Spread over 200 acres, the campus has 3,165 students with 162 faculty and 160 staff members. The Hyderabad campus offers degree programs at all levels. This is undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD in engineering and sciences. I would like to make a special mention here that we have started 13 undergraduate programs in the very first year, followed by postgraduate and PhD programs in the second year. I will now present a brief summary of the achievements of our faculty and students during the last academic year. With a focus on fundamental as well as applied research, right from day one, faculty and students of Hyderabad campus have obtained sponsored research funds of rupees 25.23 crore from different agencies like BSD, CSIR, UGC, DIT, DBT, and ICMR. 6 are Indo-international projects that have collaboration with Sweden, Brazil, France, Portugal, and Ukraine. Under the Science and Technology funds of Aditya Birla Group, 3 projects are being funded at Hyderabad campus. BITS Pilani has established Center of Research Excellence in Waste, Water and Energy Management to develop technology, processes, products and solutions to societal problems. To begin with, BITS has funded 5 projects across all its campuses. 2 of them are from Hyderabad campus. The principal investigators are Dr. Shankar Ganesh, Department of Biological Science, and Dr. Pradeep Bhamu, Department of Chemical Engineering. I am proud to declare that every department in this campus has one or more sponsored research projects. Yet, par with research and development, innovation and entrepreneurship are also given significant focus. The Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship was set up in August 2013, inaugurated by Dr. Srikanth Reddy with a vision to foster innovation-driven entrepreneurship in alignment with BITS Pilani's Vision 2015 and Vision 2020. BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus has set up the Technology Business Incubator with a funding of 5 crores from the Department of Science and Technology. TBI is promoting entrepreneurship with focus areas in ICT for healthcare, biotechnology and pharmaceuticals. TBI currently has 7 full-time incubators. A startup company named the Excellence in Bioinnovations and Technology has been promoted by Professor Suman Kapoor, Senior Professor in Department of Biological Sciences. Ms. Anuradha Paul, PhD student, is one of the directors of this company. She is yet to complete her PhD degree, sir. This startup company aims to provide affordable healthcare, all with a mission from bedside to bedside. Its flagship product is Right Biotic, fastest antibiotic finder, is the result of research undertaken by Dr. Kapoor's group. This team has received its first seed funds under the SPARSH of the Department of Biotechnology. BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus is associated with various state government initiatives for innovation and entrepreneurship, like Technology Entrepreneurship Program, an initiative of the erstwhile AP Society for Knowledge Networks and Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, to provide engineering students with skills and vision to be leaders in both innovation and entrepreneurship. The director BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus is a member of the board of governors of the erstwhile AP Society for Knowledge Networks and is entrusted with implementation of MOOCs courses in the states of Andhra and Telangana now. In the previous academic year, many conferences and workshops were held in this campus. To name a few are the Winter School of Global Health, National Symposium on Human Diseases, and the National Seminar on Space Science and Technology, for which you were the chief guest and you have delivered the keynote address, sir. Professor Amit Kumar Gupta, the Department of Mechanical Engineering, was awarded the UGC Research Award and Professor S. Venkateshwaran's Award, Faculty Excellence Award 2013 from BITSA. Professor V. Sriram, Department of Pharmacy, was awarded the UGC Research Award. Professor Yogeshwari of Department of Pharmacy received ICFR Shakuntala Amarchand Prize. Director BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus was conferred with the Eminent Education Award at the annual summit of Indo-Global Education Summit. Director BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus and Professor Suman Kapoor were honored as distinguished faculty in the BITSA Global Meet that was held in the first week of January 2014 in this campus. To keep in pace with their faculty mentors, many students have also contributed to research and development. Ms. U. Rameshwari, PhD student, Department of Biological Sciences, won the Best Poster Award in the international conferences on advances in chemical engineering at NIT Radko. Mr. B. Sivaprasad, PhD student, Department of Biological Sciences, was awarded Harshita Mehendale Association of Scientists of Indian Student Award from 2014 by the Society of Toxicology at Phoenix, Arizona. Further, coming to the extracurricular activities, Pearl 2014, the National Annual Cultural Festival of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus was celebrated from 6th to 9th March 2014. Arena. The National Annual Sports Festival of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus was conducted from 30th January to 2nd February 2014. The Annual Technical Festival of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus at Moss was organized by the students from 10th to 13th October as a part of BITS Golden Jubilee celebrations. We organized BITS-a-thon a 10K run in Necklace Road, Hyderabad on 23rd March 2014. Several eminent personalities, including yourself, sir, have visited this campus during this academic year. Dr. Ayana Howard, Director, Human Automation Systems Lab, Georgia Institute of Technology. Professor Dave Irwin Halliday, Founder, Leader of the World Foundation. Dr. Gopichan Kapragata, Chairman, Managing Director of G India Technology Center, Bangalore. Professor M. Vidyasagar, Cecil and Ida Green Chair in Systems Biological Science, the University of Texas and Dallas. Professor Samir Sankusule, Tufts University. Professor Robert C. Walcott, Co-Founder and Executive Director of Kellogg Innovation Network. Padma Bhushan, Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, yourself, sir, Chairman of the Space Commission, Secretary of the Department of Space and Chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization. Padma Vibhushan, Professor Raghunath Anand Mashelkar, former Director General of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research and Chairperson of the National Innovation Foundation. Padma Bhushan, Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, President, Public Health Foundation of India. Shri S. Depal Reddy, the then Union Minister for Science and Technology and Health Sciences. Swami Bola Mayananda, Director, Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. Padma Shri Dr. Avinash Chandra, Secretary to the then Defense Minister. Dr. G. Satish Reddy, Director, Research Center, Imarat. Shri Kunal Lakshmaya, the then Minister for Information Technology and Communication. Padma Vibhushan, Dr. Pallai Ramarao, former Secretary, Department of Science and Technology. Shri A.S. Kiran, Director, Space Application Center. Dr. M.Y.S. Prasad, Director, SHAR. Shri S. Ramakrishna, Director, VSSC. Dr. V.K. Dagwal, Director, NRSC. Dr. Hilary Carter, Expert Biosecurity Engagement Program, Department of State US Government. Professor William Oakes, Director, Ethics Program. There are many social organizations active on campus such as NSS, Nirman, Yuva, Urja. These social organizations have conducted programs like school adoption, livelihood opportunities, and community development. Some of these organizations spread outside the campus and adopted surrounding villages to teach underprivileged students, help to provide drinking water and sanitation facilities. The Institute encourages many of these outreach programs by giving academic credit of 3 units for such type of projects. For any academic institution, its alumni are one of the best assets, most of whom have become successful entrepreneurs who are role models for the new generation of students. The SPARK program was launched by BITS alumni to promote and support entrepreneurship across all BITS campuses. Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership has introduced a 3-credit course called New Venture Creation with the help of BITS alumni that brings in hands-on experience and real-time learning to students. All these efforts of BITS alumni have resulted in many startups incubated in our technology business incubator. I am happy to mention that the second BITSA Global Week with the theme Celebrating Innovation, Achievement and Leadership was held in January 2014 at this campus. Sir, I take this opportunity to place on record my gratitude to the state government and other government agencies who have extended their support all these years. I sincerely thank the Chief Guest, Dr. Radhakrishnan, for taking time out and gracing this occasion. I immensely thank our Chancellor, Dr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, for all his support, guidance and inspiration. I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Professor B.N.J., members of the Board of Governors and the General Body for being with us on this momentous occasion. I also express my heartfelt thanks to the faculty, staff and students for their seamless support and cooperation in making the arrangements for this third convocation. Finally, I take this opportunity to once again congratulate the graduating students and wish them success in their future endeavors. The degree awarded to you today is a certificate for your academic qualification. However, the education in the last 4 to 5 years has provided you with a strong foundation for lifelong learning and for facing challenges of life with confidence and determination. I am confident that you, as the ambassadors of its glory, will continue to strive in enhancing the reputation of your alma mater. Thank you. I take this opportunity to introduce our honored chief guest, Dr. Kopili Radhakrishnan is Chairman of the Space Commission, Secretary of the Department of Space, and Chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO) since November 2009. His contributions of 43 years in space engineering and space applications have made a difference in the country while enhancing India's stature in international arena. Dr. Radhakrishnan is recipient of Padma Bhushan in 2014 and has been selected for the prestigious Alan D. Emil Memorial Award of International Astronautical Federation. Congratulations, sir. A graduate of Electrical Engineering from Kerala University in 1970 batch and a postgraduate in Management from IIM Bangalore 1976 batch. Dr. K. Radhakrishnan obtained his PhD from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur in 2000. He is a distinguished alumnus awardee of IIT Kharagpur and IIM Bangalore. He is a fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, fellow of the National Academy of Science India, honorary life fellow of Institution of Engineers, honorary fellow of the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, India, and a member of the International Academy of Astronautics. He is President of Astronautical Society of India since 2010. As the chief of the Indian Space Program, Dr. Radhakrishnan spearheaded Team ISRO to accomplish a quantum jump in number of missions executed and to establish new capabilities for satellite navigation, strategic communications, microwave radar imaging, and tropical climate studies. Apart from 11 consecutive successful PSLV missions, the GSLV D5 with Indian cryogenic engine and stage achieved a spectacular success on January 5th, 2014. Under his effective leadership, India's first planetary exploration, the Mars Orbiter mission, was conceived, planned, and executed with a great deal of originality. Prior to this assignment, Dr. Radhakrishnan has been director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, National Remote Sensing Center, and the founding director of the Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services. Now, may I request Dr. Radhakrishnan to deliver his convocation address.
Renowned Chancellor Dr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, esteemed Vice Chancellor Professor Vijayendra Jain, erudite Director Professor V.S. Rao, eminent members of the Board of Governors and Senate, eminent faculty members, Registrar Professor Anand, my dear graduating students and their proud parents, distinguished invitees, members of the faculty from all campuses of Peaks Pilani participating in this function, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor for me to be with you during this momentous event and to deliver the convocation address at the portals of this great institution that is celebrating its golden jubilee. I'm indeed privileged to be invited to this temple of technology for a second time within 3 months. And I see a significant change that changes this wonderful auditorium. The pioneering efforts of the Birla Group of Industries towards modernizing higher education, especially in science and technology, is well revered in India and abroad. Let us pay our tributes to the visionary founder, Chancellor Sri Ghanshyam Das Birla, and his illustrious successors, Dr. Krishna Kumar Birla and Dr. Kumarmangalam Birla, who is present here today. I am fascinated by the illustrious array of alumni who have made a difference to this country through their pioneering contributions and entrepreneurship. They have certainly added extraordinary aspiration value to the brand BITS. I take this opportunity to offer my special greetings to the students who are graduating today and receiving their degrees from this prestigious institute. As said earlier, convocations symbolize accomplishment of a significant goal and, more importantly, promise for an exciting future. While making decisions on your professions and career, please bear in mind, we make a living by what we earn, but we make a life by what we contribute. Both are important. Since more than 4 decades ago, I too came out of a graduation process like any one of you. Yesterday evening, we had a function in Bangalore. I studied in Tiruchur Engineering College, which was founded in the 50s. And yesterday in the meet, there were about 300 students, alumni of this college. There's a person from 1968 batch who is president of Reliance. From the 70 batch, I was there. From the 71 batch, the director Vikram Sarabhai is Space Center was. And from the 73 batch, we had the former chairman and managing director of Hindustan Petroleum. For a college that brought out nearly 150 students per year, that is on a population of 600, to get this kind of an outcome is really very creditable for the faculty who in those days came there because they had a craze for teaching and developing students. They gave me a pleasant surprise. The professor who guided me to take the profession to get into space science and technology, as compared to an opportunity to open to get into a multinational, spoke at length through video, is of 1985. That also shows the quality of the teacher-student relationship and their bond that existed, and I'm sure that exists in institutions like BITS. Take advantage of this. And in those days, in 1971, when I joined, ISRO was in the formative years. But today, when I stand in front of you, I can boldly, proudly say, I belong to an organization that has made a difference for the country. And that difference came because the founding fathers of ISRO, Dr. Sarabhai, Professor Satish Dhawan, Professor Yuva Rao, Dr. Kalam, an illustrious array of scientists gave selfless service to this endeavor, and also focused that the high technology should finally find use for the common people of the country, for the society of this country. And if you look at the recent years, yes, we have improved a lot. We have provided strategic capability for the country in several areas. We have provided societal services, novel applications in several areas, and we also made exciting science possible through the Mars orbiter mission that we are now going through. And we also show that the country, with its heritage and capabilities, can also have the technological prowess and the cryogenic engineering technology that we successfully flew in January 2014 is a simple example of that capability. I have listed out in the convocation address several feats that we have accomplished in the areas that we have chosen to proceed. One certainly is a satellite communication area. You know about INSAT system. We have 10 communication satellites in the orbit, providing nearly 200 transponders. That made a sea change for the communication infrastructure in the country on one side. It provided a host of societal services possible. Tele-education is one such activity. Telemedicine is another activity. That is one aspect of it. But where are we going? In the next 5 years, we want to be contemporary, state-of-the-art in the rest of the world. And we are getting into a new level of communication satellite technology to build a satellite that can give 3 times of the power that we are delivering today, something like 15 kilowatts of transponder output power. And that can provide a revolution in the data connectivity in this country. And we want to leapfrog and also partner working with us in this area. In the area of Earth observation, National Remote Sensing Center is one of the major organizations in the country who is engaged with activity. I should say we are second in that. If you look at the constellation of satellites that India possesses today, in the area of land and water resources management, in the area of climate studies, in the area of ocean studies, in the area of meteorological studies, for high resolution remote sensing, we are second to none. We have 13 such satellites today. And in the year 1995, India was recognized as one of the operators of the best civilian remote sensing satellites. And we keep up that edge. And we are getting into a series of new systems. And recently we had the first microwave remote sensing satellite, RISAT-1, launched, which provides the capability to penetrate to the ground and get the details of the Khalif rocks, or to look at the areas which are inundated by the floods. We also had the INSAT-3D satellite launched last year, which provides for the first time for the Indian Ocean region vertical profiles of temperature and humidity, a great boon for the meteorological community for doing their modeling activity to understand the weather system and the climate system. We also are on par with the other countries in developing advanced satellites. 2 satellites we developed jointly with France, Megatropics and Sarah. They are contributing to the goal, in fact, for understanding the climate. And this is going to go on. And the latest would have heard NASA and ISRO are working together now to develop a unique satellite system, a dual frequency radar system in S-band and L-band, for looking at the biomass, looking at the disaster-related warning systems. This is going to come up for launch by 2019-20. There are 2 instruments, one built by NASA, one built by India. The satellite is going to be built by India, and the launch is going to be by our GSM. That shows the international area how the other space agencies are looking at the Indian capability. And if you look at the navigation system that I talked about, there are 2 areas in which we are working on. The well-known GPS system is getting augmented in the sense the accuracy of the signal that we are getting in India would be improved by understanding the ionosphere that is creating the problems in the chain. And that system we have commissioned, and the Director General of Civil Aviation has certified that for onboard navigation and also the non-precision landing systems. And in this area, India has become 4 individuals. They are having their own navigation system developed here, the IRNSS satellites. 2 of them are already in the orbit, and 2 are going to come up soon in the year 2014 itself, giving us the strategic national capability in this area. If you look at the space science, again, there are exciting things that we have done in the past. One certainly is the Chandrayaan, which every one of you will remember in 2008, October 22nd, we had the launch of that, and that was the first mission where India got out of the gravity field of Earth and traveled almost 4 lakh kilometers and captured the orbit of the Moon very precisely, and we were there for 312 days. And the world saw 2 major discoveries coming out of the instruments that were put on Chandrayaan. We had Indian instruments and instruments of other countries. It was a truly international cooperation. Chandrayaan 2 will go with the Indian lander that we are developing at the moment, Indian rover. It will go in our GSM in another 3 to 4 years' time. Most importantly, that we are all looking today at what is going to happen to the Mars orbiter. We started this activity sometime in August 2010 with the STEM project, and the Honorable Prime Minister announced this project on August 15, 2012. We launched that on November 5, 2013, and it is on its long voyage that takes almost 300 days. A travel of nearly 680 million kilometers to finally reach Mars. It has completed 88% of that travel already. There are just 46 more days to go. It is a complex mission. Complex in the sense that if you have attempted that in the past, US and Russia mostly. There were 51 missions to Mars so far. 21 were successful. Most of the failures, of course, were in the early phases. A lot of learning has taken place. We too have the advantage of that learning process. And if you look at the failures, we have crossed many of those crucial phases where the earlier missions had their failures. But still, there is one crucial one that is going to happen. That is in the morning of September 24. Between 7 to 9, that crucial operation of reducing the velocity of this craft very precisely and capturing the orbit of Mars is expected to take place. One challenge in this project is as we go along the 680 million kilometers, it passes through the influence of all other planets and Sun, and our ability to estimate that quantum of influence over this period with the varying geometry of the spacecraft is crucial, and we should be able to say when we reach Mars, it will be nearly 600 kilometers from Mars. And that is the